Joshua chapter 15 verse 1 to 63. This then was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah by their families, even to the border of Edom, to the wilderness of Zin southward was the outermost part of the south border. And their south border was from the shore of the salt sea, from the bay that looketh southward. And it went out to the south side to Malahakrabim, and passed along to Zin, and ascended up on the south side unto Kadesh Barnea, and passed along to Hezron, and went up to Adar, and went around to Karkah. From thence it passed toward Asmon, and went out unto the river of Egypt. And the borders of that region were at the sea. This shall be your south border. And the east border was the salt sea, even unto the end of the Jordan. And their border in the north quarter was from the bay of the sea at the uttermost part of the Jordan. And the border went up to Beth Hoglah, and passed along by the north of Beth Arabah. And the border went up to the stone of Bohan, the son of Reuben. And the border went up toward Debir from the valley of Achah, and so northward looking toward Gilgal, that is before the ascent to Adamim, which is on the south side of the river. And the border passed toward the waters of Enshimsh, and the boundaries thereof were at Enrogel. And the border went up by the valley of the son of Hinnom unto the south side of the Jebusite, the same is Jerusalem. And the border went up to the top of the mountain that lieth before the valley of Hinnom westward, which is at the end of the valley of the giants northward. And the border was drawn from the top of the hill unto the fountain of the water of Nephtoah, and went out to the cities of Mount Ephron. And the border was drawn to Bala, which is Kirjath-jearim. And the border compassed from Bala westward unto Mount Seir, and passed along unto the side of Mount Jearim, which is Chesalon on the north side, and went down to Beth-Shemesh, and passed on to Timnah. And the border went out unto the side of Ekron northward. And the border was drawn to Shikron, and passed along to Mount Bala, and went out unto Jabneel. And the limit of the border was at the sea. And the west border was to the great sea, and the coast thereof. This is the border of the children of Judah round about according to their families. And unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh he gave a part among the children of Judah, according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua. Even the city of Arba was the father of Anak, which city is Hebron. And Caleb drove from thence the 3 sons of Anak, Sheshai, and Ahiman, and Talmai, the children of Anak. And he went up thence to the inhabitants of Debir, and the name of Debir before was Kirjathsepher. And Caleb said, He that smiteth Kirjathsepher, and taketh it, to him will I give Achsah my daughter as wife. And Othniel the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it, and he gave him Achsah his daughter as wife. And it came to pass, as she came unto him, that she moved him to ask of her father a field. And she alighted from her ass, and Caleb said unto her, What wouldest thou? She answered, Give me a blessing, for thou hast given me a south land. Give me also springs of water. And he gave her the upper springs and the nether springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Judah, according to their families. And the outermost cities of the tribe of the children of Judah toward the border of Edom southward were Kabzeel, and Eder, and Jagur, and Kinah, and Damanah, and Adadah, and Kedesh, and Hazah, and Ithnan, Ziph, and Telem, and Beloth, and Hazah, Hadattah, and Kerioth, and Hezron which is Hazah, Ammon, and Shema, and Melada, and Hazargada, and Heshmon, and Bethpolit, and Hazarshul, and Beersheba, and Bejothjah, Bala, and Deem, and Ezem, and Eltolad, and Chesel, and Hormah, and Ziklag, and Madmanah, and Sansannah, and Lebaoth, and Shilhim, and Ain, and Rimmon. All the cities are 29, with their villages. And in the valley, Eshtaol, and Zorah, and Ashna, and Zanoah, and Engannim, Tappuah, and Enam, Jarmuth, and Adullam, Sako, and Azekah, and Sheraim, and Adatam, and Gedera, and Gederotaim, 14 cities with their villages, Zenon, and Hadashah, and Migdalgad, and Doline, and Mizpah, and Joktheel, Lachish, and Bozkath, and Eglon, and Cabin, and Lamam, and Kithlish, and Gederoth, Bethdagon, and Nama, and Makkedah, 16 cities with their villages, Libnah, and Ether, and Ashan, and Jiphthah, and Ashna, and Nezib, and Keilah, and Akzib, and Mareshah, 9 cities with their villages, Ekron, with her towns and her villages, from Ekron even unto the sea, all that lay near Ashdod, with their villages, Ashdod with her towns and her villages, Gaza with her towns and her villages, unto the river of Egypt, and the great sea, and the border thereof, and in the mountains, Shamir, and Jatir, and Sako, and Dana, and Kirjath-Sanah, which is Debir, and Anab, and Eshtemo, and Oniv, and Goshen, and Holon, and Gilo, 11 cities with their villages, Arab, and Duma, and Eshan, and Janam, and Beth Tappuah, and Aphekah, and Humta, and Kirjatharba, which is Hebron, and Zior, 9 cities with their villages, Maon, Carmel, and Ziph, and Judah, and Jezreel, and Jokdeam, and Zanoah, Cain, Jibbah, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages, Halhul, Bethzer, and Gedor, and Merith, and Bethanoth, and Eltekon, 6 cities with their villages, Kirjathbaal, which is Kirjath-jearim, and Rabbah, 2 cities with their villages. In the wilderness, Betharabah, Middin, and Sakaka, and Nibshan, and the city of Salt, and Engedi, 6 cities with their villages. As for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the children of Judah could not drive them out. But the Jebusites dwell with the children of Judah at Jerusalem unto this day.